All right, here's the latest in the petition information that we have to the Supreme Court. Rebel camp have stated in that petition that they have not yet given up membership of the Shiv Sena. This is a well-written petition to the Supreme Court where the MLAs, rebel camp MLAs, saying that they have not given up their membership of the Shiv Sena. Remember, Devdutt Kamath, a little earlier in the day, had come out to say that the rebel camp MLAs have quit from the party. They have withdrawn from the Shiv Sena, which means they have resigned from the primary membership of the Shiv Sena, to which now the rebel camp MLAs have clearly written in their petition that they have not given up membership of the Shiv Sena party. 34 MLAs of the Shiv Sena Legislative Party have passed a resolution reaffirming that Eknath Shinde continues to be their group leader of the Shiv Sena. Resolution clearly states that appointment of Ajay Chaudhary is illegal and declared it to be void and thus inoperative in the eyes of law. The resolution also stated that Mr. Bharat Gogavle was elected and appointed as the Chief Whip of the Shiv Sena, Legislative Party, and appointment of Mr. Sunil Prabhu was resolved to be cancelled with immediate effect. Deputy Speaker cannot initiate disqualification proceedings while resolution to remove him is still pending. This is exactly what the petition says, that the Deputy Speaker has no jurisdiction to disqualify those rebels because there is already a resolution pending to remove him. The 10th schedule only covers violation of the party whip inside the House, cannot disqualify for not attending the party meeting. Maharashtra government has now withdrawn the security from their residents. Family members, repeated attempts are being made to instigate the party cadres. Remember, what I'm narrating here is basically the contents of the petition that's been placed before the Supreme Court. The petition also further says that this has also resulted in fact, the petition claims that there are multiple attempts to instigate party cadres to attack family members of the rebels. This has resulted in vandalizing of properties of some of the colleagues of the petitioner. There is serious threat to life. Anisha, for more on that. Anisha, this petition is quite clear. Every word that the Eknath Shinde camp have been saying to the media time and again, that's more or less what's written in the petition as well. Not deviating from their point right from day one to today. They in fact have, in the petition, as we observe, they've declared themselves as a separate breakaway faction of the Shiv Sena and almost make it look like that they're the ones who must be recognized as the real Shiv Sena. The Thackerays leading the original camp of the Shiv Sena no longer exists. That's more or less what their sentiment is while we see them write the petition and submit it to the Supreme Court.
Well, yes, Nabila, you've hit nail completely on the head. The petitions filed by Eknath Shinde and the second petition filed by a group of MLAs have very clearly said that the majority, that the two-third majority of the elected members is supporting the Shinde faction, and that is where they've said in the Shinde petition also, if you see, it has been very clearly said that the party itself, that the legitimately elected members of the party have been supporting Shinde, that even this petition filed by 15 MLAs says that the two-third majority is supporting Eknath Shinde and Gogavale as Chief Whip. They have said that the appointment of Ajay Chaudhary is illegal, that the appointment of Sunil Prabhu as Chief Whip is illegal, that the Deputy Speaker could not have started the disqualification proceedings. They've sought a stay, in fact, on the disqualification proceedings, saying that there cannot be any action on these disqualification proceedings till the resolution to remove the Deputy Speaker is decided. Secondly, in the Eknath Shinde petition also, it has been argued very clearly that the Thackeray faction, so to speak, that is a minority government now, that they have said that the Mahavikas Aghadi, because the Shinde faction of the Shiv Sena has moved away from the Mahavikas Aghadi, therefore the MPA government is now a minority government. They cannot legitimately stay in power. That the current government has lost the majority in the House, and that because these MLAs no longer support that government, that therefore that government, the MVA government, is misusing the deputy speaker to try and remain in power, even though the appointment of the deputy speaker has been challenged and a resolution has been moved, even though these 34 MLAs have passed a resolution saying that Shinde will continue to be the legislative party leader. They have also said that we have moved a resolution saying that Sunil Prabhu is not the correct party whip, it is Gogawale who is the correct party whip. And therefore all of these issues, since the beginning, for the last week, we've seen all of these MLAs, the Shinde faction, which we've been calling the Shinde faction so far, has been saying that it is not by the MVA government but us as the legitimate Shiv Sena party which has to take the decision on who will be the party leader, who will be the party whip, and any action taken against us is illegal, because at the moment only a minority of the MLAs is supporting Uddhav Thackeray. So it will be very, very interesting in the next couple of days to see how this is going to play out, how the Shiv Sena MLAs are going to lay claim to the legitimacy or to the Shiv Sena party, as well as what happens in the house. That is also going to be a very interesting thing to watch in the upcoming days. But for now, tomorrow when this matter comes up before the Supreme Court, the biggest question will be how exactly will the numbers play out in the house? Will these two-thirds of the MLAs that they claim that they have two-thirds of the MLAs, if they support a different party and decide to merge with a different party, they would have the legitimate right, if they have two-thirds majority, to withdraw support from the MVA and join a different party. If that happens, the numbers game in Maharashtra will change completely. But
at this point, we're clearly looking at the first step taken by the Shinde camp, which is to reach out to the Supreme Court. Firstly, to stop the disqualification process initiated by the Uddhav Thackeray camp. That seems to be the priority for them. The number game is still next, but nonetheless, Anisha, thank you very much for joining us.